Let's see if I remember how to do this. Lycans and gentlemen, children of the night, nocturnals, night terrors, and all things that go bump in the night. Welcome to your monthly treatment of shock therapy. The doctor will see you now. Show me your woes, my fellow children of the night, and I'll cure all that ails you. Consider us your Night Watchmen for this evening's festivities here at the Mind's Eye Theater. I invite you to violate curfew with me on this graveyard shift. I am your horror host for this sold-out show. I go by Inkarnate, and joining me as always, the dearly departed Traumadom. Traumadom, talk to the folks.
Oh, buddy, I'm in for a wild rose-like night.
Why's that?
Oh, because we got a really good movie on, man. One of my favorites.
Is it?
Yes.
Get out.
I grew up watching this.
I did not know that.
Leprechaun 2? I watched up to Leprechaun 2.
Same. I've never seen past 2. I've never seen any of the sequels.
No, me either. Haven't seen Leprechaun in the Hood. I haven't seen
You
any.
haven't seen that classic? You haven't seen Leprechaun in Space?
Nope.
I haven't either. We'll get to the trivia later on, but no, I have not seen past this one. I saw this growing up, and just like the first one, absolutely terrified me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this one came out, I mean, it's no secret that we're obviously celebrating this anniversary after the 30-year anniversary last year of the first one. But, oh man, the fact that this one, it was like, when I was a kid, it's like, what was the nightmare not enough the first go around? Now I gotta deal with this crap.
That would just snap his fingers and just turn right around you and bop you over the head with his shillelagh. Like,
yeah, one thing my aunt tried to like settle my fears when I was a kid, telling me, hey, it's fine. Like, she was answering the door one time because company was coming over, so she tries to calm me down, saying, hey, like, nobody can get in here unless I buzz them in. And I was like, but the leprechaun can snap his fingers and teleport. And she's like, oh, you're a lost cause. I tried. Forget it. Anyway, since we are celebrating 1 year after the last anniversary, now that we're celebrating another 30-year birthday, 'tis the return of Blarney Incarnate with his best mate, Traumadom O'Doyle. I got through it this time. Last year, I remember... The stupid Irish accent, I really couldn't even get through it. I was laughing at myself so hard.
The puns continue.
Oh, yes, they absolutely have to. So, one thing that we like to do here at the Mind's Eye Theater, film rating. So, we have the following options for your viewing displeasure, and this will be what you would consider your film rating for tonight's festivities. We have up Bottom of the Barrel, Shallow Grave, and of course, High Stakes. Yeah, really? Okay, well, that takes care of Traumadom. Considering that this is a B movie, I will say Bottom of the Barrel, but in the best way possible. We always have, we have this film rating for a reason. I will get into, as during the watch, why I feel like just the first two Leprechaun movies, I think that they are worth much more consideration. Like, they're not trash bin movies. I think that this is what you're looking for in a B movie. I know that it has, blood and guts. Well, it's not, there are kills, but it's not as gory as like a splatter film would be. There is one particular.
It's no Tarantino.
No, but I do believe it is a cut above the rest. And the one thing that I will always praise,
bump it up for nostalgia's sakes.
The one, what do you call it? A bit of praise that I always give the Leprechaun movies, the first two, is that the makeup really is great. I mean, for me, the thing that that always kind of freaks me out, whether you're dealing with a vampire, whether you're dealing with a werewolf, the eyes. The eyes are so key to me. I think it's always like, for me, I like it when, for instance, vampires have blue eyes because, they're dead.
Yeah.
And if they are feeding, I like it when their eyes turn red for obvious reasons. I like when werewolves have what do you call it? Yellow eyes. For me, I think that the eyes can be so creepy. Like whenever you see someone who is possessed, that's always particular. That like really freaks. That is what adds to what is so freaky. You know what I mean? So for me, it's saying something that the Leprechaun, like we're looking at the wallpaper now on the screen that we're going to be watching the movie on. The cheeks, like those folds in the cheeks, I don't know, like you wouldn't, if you're going to look at something that's frightening, you're thinking of it's the whole of its face or its fangs or the eyes, but it's the cheeks that look really freakish. The folds, the ears and the hair also.
Like over-exacerbated crow's feet.
Yes.
When you think about it.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. It looks ancient. Yeah. That's something that my father told me when we went to see this when I was a kid. It's the makeup effects make it look like it's archaic, like something that's very, very old. And kudos for them for that, because that's a detail not many would have thought of, but it definitely adds to the freakish appeal to this monster. And again, not to sound repetitive, but it actually looks ancient. I've always liked that attention to detail when it comes to this particular monster. So I will always give it credit for that. I don't think this movie gets enough credit in terms of that look to it. It's a triumph of makeup effects, of practical effects, and it's a memorable monster. I mean, I don't think that we get enough attempts like this nowadays. I don't think that we get enough creature designs, and you guys should know how I feel about slasher films. I feel like the 90s, because of the movie Scream and look, I like Scream. We both like Scream. Yeah. But because of the outpouring of support for that film, I feel like the practical effects have got lost in the decade of the 90s. I think that Leprechaun is just one of those films that it absolutely knocks it out of the park in terms of its the appeal of its makeup effects. I think that they are it'd be hard to find in that decade a makeup effect that looks that good, with the exception of Wishmaster, which, believe me, we will absolutely be getting to that on this channel for that movie, because I absolutely that's one of my favorite movies of that decade. So I just put the totem poll up. I absolutely invite all of you fine folks to vote, and again, your choices are High Stakes, Shallow Grave, and Bottom of the Barrel. So with all that having been said, let's get to a couple of ground rules. So, naturally, I invite all of you to stream the film along with us and queue it up on Peacock. You know what?
Ooh, this is on Peacock.
Yeah, shout out to the people on Peacock, because I was telling Trauma Dom in our 6-month vacation. Well, it wasn't really that, but hiatus. Like, I was just growing so incensed because, man, this whole streaming thing is supposed to make watching movies convenient, and I can't find this movie or that movie. And obviously part of the reason of the watch parties is for you guys to watch along with us, and you absolutely can. So I'm just going to take care of a couple of housekeeping items. Again, if you guys have Peacock, be sure to pull it up on that streaming service. The Sci-Fi Channel had a marathon of Leprechaun, the franchise, all day. So, I will be providing timestamps throughout the watch party to make sure that your viewing experience is synced up with ours, as well as for the convenience of anyone joining who's casually late to the party. So, this watch party is brought to you in partnership with Hotness TV. That partnership, I'm happy to say, is something that was fostered and further developed during our hiatus, where now I write a editorial every month, and this month is no different. I decided to shake things up a bit. So for the Hotness TV magazine, I decided to write an article about all that horror owes to the Emerald Islands. You would think, oh, just Halloween, or a scary Leprechaun movie. No, I highly recommend everyone to check out that editorial for this month in Hotness TV, because you'd be surprised about all the contributions, folklore, and contributions that Ireland has made. For instance, Bram Stoker was born in Ireland.
Oh, I did not know that.
Crazy, huh? Yeah. One of the greatest horror icons was born in an island known more for St. Patrick's Day and leprechauns. Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day was a pretty scary day, depending on how you look at it.
Shut the hell up.
Depending on which city you're in, it could still be pretty scary.
Yeah, I'm absolutely sure. So this watch party is brought to you in partnership. As a sponsor. We have Jabra headsets and Samsung devices. Also, this watch party has as an affiliate the upcoming documentary Mental Health and Horror. I am eagerly looking forward to taking a look at that watch party, reviewing it. That documentary, doing a watch party for it, and then doing a review. Up top, you'll notice our PayPal link. We are on the road towards monetization, but in the meantime, you can feel free to support the channel in that manner if you're of a mood. I will consider it your pound of flesh. Be sure to check out our merch store, and I hate to mention this, but when it's full power to social media censors, advisories must be made. So, 2 key items. Firstly, if the watch party gets cut off, catch me over on any of the other platforms such as Rumble, Twitch, or Facebook. I'm actually even doing this on X, formerly Twitter. That's where we're streaming to. Secondly, the following day, I will repost any interrupted Mind's Eye theaters. It'll just appear as a regular video instead of a stream. So, in the enduring battle between Inkarnate and the almighty algorithm, my fans are my strongest weapon. Therefore, along with voting in the YouTube chat, I do ask that everyone get them likes up. So, without further ado, we present you this creature presentation. Trauma Dom, throw the switch. Not quite what I was expecting, but sure. Okay, and we are starting now. And of course, there's a 3-minute. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot about the ads that are now prevalent in. Oh, did you vote in the totem pole? I always forget that unfortunately, this is now much more prevalent with streaming services. Why this is the case, I don't know, but it is what it is. I do ask that you guys bear with us.
If we didn't have bad luck, we wouldn't have any luck at all.
Very good. Thank you for that. Traumadon with the puns, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see.
God. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm sorry to say that seemingly streaming has taken something of a nosedive, and I don't know, maybe it never was as creative as it was promoted. However, man, I cannot tell you I was actually experiencing this a little bit before our hiatus, where I would have to do watch parties directly from my movie library, which, hey, I don't mind that at all. I never mind digging into my own library of movies. That having been said, it's wild to me when, like, it's not the job of the consumer to go hunting for any of these what's the word? Any of these movies. Like, that's not our job to figure out, hey, where can I find such and such movie?
Hidden
like
gems.
Yeah. Oh, your headphones.
Oh.
The red ones that I gave you?
Give me any red ones. Oh.
So you could listen, so you could hear the movie.
Yep. I was wondering why I couldn't hear it.
Huh?
I was wondering why I couldn't hear it.
Yeah. Well, your headphones are meant to be AirPods are meant to be connected to your phone. That way, when you pull up the video, you don't hear us over the microphone. But anyway, yeah. So I was like, I always get angry because my thing is like, bro, freaking these movie studios that make these movies have their own what do you call it? They now have their own streaming services. So like, what the hell? They should be able to, I don't know, call me crazy, own their movies on their streaming services. And like when that's not the case, and you as a consumer have to go hunting around for, where is this movie available anywhere? It becomes frustrating. And we are starting in 3, 2, 1. You could have on your phone. You could have the video queued up, because the audio will just go to your headphones as opposed to being audible.
That's alright. My phone's fucked anyway.
So interestingly enough, a bit of trivia about this movie. This was the only Leprechaun film to take place on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Weird, huh?
It is crazy how he hasn't made it to like the super friends of horror icons. Whenever you see like these like goofy T-shirts or everything, you always see Freddy, Jason, Michael, Chucky, but like he's never made it.
No, you're right. He's always been like C tier, to be honest. But I mean, give it up, because it is an enduring icon still. Like, they are going to make a new Leprechaun movie, I heard. They're gonna be making a new one, which will be like the 4th reboot, but whatever. You know, it's lasted the test of time to a degree. And look, it's not an A movie. It's not an A monster, a level A monster,
I mean,
like a Freddy.
This isn't $100 million budget we're looking at here, man.
Yeah. But I still think that it's better than it's given credit for, because it's seen as like silly and dumb and whatever.
Yeah.
God, look at that. The claws and everything. This was also the last film in the series to be given a theatrical release until Leprechaun Origins, which nobody went to watch. Nice yellow teeth.
I do like how they kept up with the shoes comment.
Yeah.
They said in the first one that he was a cobbler.
Yes. See, that's what I mean. That's what I was talking about last week when we saw Imaginary. One of the reasons I like dark fantasy is you can create a lore about a creature.
Yeah.
For instance, what creatures have the most popular lore? Werewolves and vampires. Yeah. You know, the sun, the silver, the crucifixes, the garlic, the silver bullet. Like, I like all of that stuff because it makes it more interesting. So I like that they have that cobbler aspect about the Leprechaun. Also, let me see, when this movie came out, I would have been 9. I didn't know what a midget was.
Really?
Yeah. So when I saw the first one, and I'm asking my father, like, how, is that a kid in there? Like, who is that? And I didn't know what a midget was. I had never seen one in my life. So when I saw someone and that's probably why him and Chucky freaked me out so much, because they were small, like I was.
Yeah. Try meeting one in person when you're that age.
Did you?
Yes.
What was that like?
It was interesting. My grandmother's friend's daughter was a little person. It was Vern Troyer's agent.
Oh.
And let me see.
And who could this fair maiden be? Whoopsie. Oh, God. Yeah. Please sign me up. The lips, his mouth blackened is, like, really creepy, too.
Yeah.
God, what a horrible thing to be told. And shout out to Warwick Davis, because my God, he really brings. Oh. Now, if she sneezed 3 times, why would that like mess up the curse?
I don't know.
I always thought that was an interesting title for him.
Huh?
The Genius of Killarney. I always wondered what that was about, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what was behind that? Dick. Oh, double dick. And there he goes. Straight into my nightmares. Oh my God. That was
I've heard an ugly cry.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Interestingly enough, one of the discarded drafts for the sequel focused on how the Leprechaun would actually seek revenge on Tori Redding, for tricking or by tricking her into marrying him. Jennifer Aniston was offered $25K, but she refused to retake her role because she was focused on the series Friends.
Oh, all right. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd say that worked out for her.
Yeah.
Get this. So when Jennifer Aniston refused to return, the studio decided to scrap the Leprechaun plot in search of a wife. I'm sorry. They decided not to scrap the Leprechaun plot in search of a wife, and they considered it to be a profitable premise with their teenage audience. And speaking of potential leading ladies, guess who they thought of being the lead girl in this film? Denise Richards.
Really?
Yep.
I can see that.
She was one of the major contenders for Bridget. That's the chick name, Bridget. The Titanic, really. However, she starred in Tammy and the T-Rex, which came out the same year as this movie. So clearly, that casting choice paid out dividends. I remember seeing that stupid. Like, I never saw the movie, but I remember it being advertised on Channel 11, the T-Rex movie.
Oh, by the way, that could be the Olympic.
What?
Not the Titanic. That could be the Olympic.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Yes, because people, by and large, drowned on the Titanic.
Yeah.
I thought this was a good setup. It didn't feel like, a reach like some sequels would have. It didn't feel like they were, just trying to cobble something together, some kind of story. And they still incorporate the,
Oh wow, she is pretty, man. She's still just as pretty as I remember her.
1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Stupid. What was I saying? Yeah, I really appreciated that they kept in certain aspects of the previous film, the gold. In this, I won't spoil it until we get to that part. Not Rucker Howard. Wow, Ron Howard's brother. This movie, aside from the Leprechaun, this movie really didn't have any stars or people who would go on to be stars like Jennifer Aniston in the first one. Because it's illegal. I'm going with this hot stud. Ron Howard's brother looks frightening without makeup.
Yeah.
This takes place in L.A.?
It looks like it's L.A. Hollywood? Yeah.
I forgot about that part about it. He hands him like $10. What? Where they... Oh, wow. Yikes. As cheesy as this follow-up is, like with aspects like this, like there is still sincere effort put into it, which is why I appreciate it. It has a 29% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, please.
What is this again?
29% on Rotten Tomatoes score.
Get the hell out of here.
I'm like, give it a little credit, Jesus.
I'm sorry, there is not enough virtue signaling in this.
This guy, with the exception of Warwick Davis, the guy that plays the I almost said the demon, the Leprechaun, this guy is actually the best part about this movie.
Yeah.
He's very charismatic, and he's not like... I was watching Independence Day the other day. We were watching it last weekend. And I don't know, Jeff Goldblum's father seemed like over the top in not a good way.
Judd Hirsch.
And I'm not saying that this guy here is over the top, but he plays like the role really well.
Yeah.
Just a shyster. I do wish that the other two characters were like as as memorable as he is, or at least as charismatic or relatable. Who does he remind me of? I've actually taken ghost tours like this, but when I was in New Orleans. Oh, jeez. What a dick. There you go. With a dusty jacket. He actually looks like a mortician.
Yeah.
Oh my... You know who he looks like? Grandpa Munster.
Yeah.
Just with a beard. His wily eyebrows. Ooh. Jesus Christ.
That is rough.
His eyebrows are about as wiry as his receding hair. He's got liver spots and everything. Now I know who he looks like. The butler in Scary Movie 2. You really gonna let him... There you go. Yeah, there you go. He just has to operate a vehicle. Another girl who was considered for the role of leading lady, the role of Bridget, that turned it down, was Heather Langenkamp.
Yeah?
Yeah. But instead, she chose to work on New Nightmare, which, again, also came out in 94. Mm. I think she would have been a little old, because these kids kind of look like young adults, and by then, Heather Langenkamp looked like a woman. Attaboy. Yeah, about that.
Sorry, sweetness.
Sorry, sweet cheeks. God. Luck. Oh, one of the charges over there. There's a cable right next to you. Look at the side. Jesus. Luckily, when I took the ghost tours in New Orleans, oh my God, this is... When I took the ghost tours in New Orleans, they were by foot. We were just walking around the different sights to see in the town. Oh my God. Wow. Could they have picked a more Mammy Aunt Jemima stereotype? Like, seriously. Oh my God.
Be careful, you know? Rest in peace.
Man, she is pale.
I know, ain't she? I love it.
What? Anyone notice how that was much more brightly lit? Hey, that's the bum. Oh, no, it's not. I was gonna say, that looks like the bum from, what do you call it? The hell was it called? The Blob. I think he turned out better, though, than what this old fogey's about to endure. Oh, wait, he gets off easy, if I remember correctly. My bad. Uh-oh. Honestly, who would import a stump for a park? Yeah, you settle right in, old timer. About to get some company. Where's my nightcap? Oop. All right, we are about to hit the 20-minute mark. And we're hitting it in 3, 2, 1. Guys, if you can take to the YouTube chat in order to vote in the totem poll what your film rating for the movie is, whether high, medium, or low. And no matter which platform you're watching this on, Rumble, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, make sure to hit the like. It just helps this video get circulated. What a dick! Oh, wow. Just so happens to be. Oh, Jesus. What a dick. Is all that necessary? Oh my god, wow. Ah. Oh. Oh god. What a dick. Oh my god, ouch. Well, fortunately he has some liquor that he can pour all over you. Oh, he does. What a dick. What an ass. Oh, there he pot of gold. That is something interesting. Like, it'd be interesting to see, like, where each of those pieces of gold come from.
Yeah. And just how much of them came from the same source.
Right. Oh boy. Here comes the stereotypical competition. What the hell? What's doing that heavy breathing? Uh-oh. Originally, it was planned to film Leprechaun 2 and 3 back to back with Bridget, with this cast of characters returning for part 3. The studio later scrapped the idea to film Leprechaun 3 immediately afterwards, resulting in most of the Leprechaun 2 footage being basically scrapped. You bitch.
Ooh.
I kind of like how that venue plays. It's like that was a setup, and it gets the payoff is about later on in the film in two different ways. That's smart. Never cop around when you need one. Because there wouldn't be a warrant, right? Oh, that's good enough for me.
The 90s, man.
What a time to live. I love how much of a shyster he is.
Yes.
He's making a business proposition selling snake oil to a cop while he's bailing out his quote unquote business partner. Bushy ass eyebrows. Jesus Christ. Toof. You've seen him too. Well, that couldn't possibly come back to bite them.
Yeah. Literally.
Uh-oh. I cannot get over it. This part is admittedly funny. Just immediately. Just immediately freaking mutilate somebody.
I wish they put more effort into it, though.
What?
It really made it kind of a struggle.
Yeah, right? Aww. Strange that you'd be pining over her so soon.
She is cute.
She's very pale.
I like
Like chalky pale.
I like it. Tasty.
God, I always laugh when I see TVs like that. Like, imagine explaining to our kids that TVs used to look like that. Knobs and made of plastic and big old asses in the back. And antenna. Huh? Did he just turn the TV off and the lights turned off as well? I love this part. God almighty. Complete freaking shyster, and I love it. It's on me. What a dick. Plenty of fish in the sea. Wow. It's a perfect hustle. I wonder. I should have looked this up before the stream, but I wonder what else he's been in.
Yeah. Might be worth a quick dive.
He doesn't have a. He doesn't look familiar, but I feel like he has like some pretty good, acting chops in this. And like I said, with the exception of Warwick, he's the best part about this movie. But I don't recall seeing him in anything. Well, interestingly enough, in the first movie, the Leprechaun wore bright and colorful clothes to push the cartoony nature by the director. In the sequel, though, he wears more muted, dark colors.
His name is Morty, right?
Yeah. So instead of red pants, he wears black. The hat and the jacket are darker. The green striped socks are now black, and white with thinner lines. Oh boy, this part freaked me out as a kid. So reportedly they use a body double for this topless scene, which you can kind of tell because she doesn't even, you don't even see her. You don't see her face when she's topless here.
You tell me you still see your topless.
Oh, trauma dom.
I love my porcelain princesses.
That's a good way of putting it. God, she's so chalky here with the light on her. She almost blends in with her shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't tell where the bra starts and her skin begins.
Well, you could probably tell in about a second or two. Yeah, you could tell they used a body double here.
No, they say this is her authentic nude scene.
It's not even the same skin tone.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
This scene scared me a bit.
Yes. Absolutely. Jesus Christ. I'm surprised they didn't show it. And this part is a cherry on top. Oh, God, and he licks his... That is freaky as hell. So, yeah, as you just saw, the flaps on the jacket were changed from bright blue to a darker red, as well as having different buckle designs on his hat and shoes. Interestingly, the makeup was also updated to have like darker shading in the wrinkles and eyes to make him appear more menacing, which job well done. And more warts and pimples were added. So that design actually stayed pretty consistent throughout the series, right up until Leprechaun 6 back to the hood. I guess they decided to innovate by the 6th entry. Never apologize, gents. Wah, wah, wah.
That smile was rough.
Well, you're the one that was going for her.
Oh, I said she was cute, not stunning.
That also kind of freaked me out. Like, just the sight of the leprechaun in the house, like in someone's house, and it's so small it could fit behind the couch.
Yeah.
Really? Aw, you're so corny. Oh God! Wow, that effect, really? Change the number. That was a good scream. He kicks him in the face. Oh no! Let me stay in place. All right, that wouldn't have knocked anyone out. Damn. God almighty. As if seeing this creature in your house isn't frightening enough. It's telling you that it wants to marry you. Oh God. She's like, this is too much to handle. He really does throw. You know what? You're right. Like, the makeup and the performance, it really is a shame that he isn't more like elevated within the horror pantheon of monsters.
Yeah.
Because, and look, I will always defend this because of the level of talent in this movie. What a dick! Yo, of all the ways to incapacitate him, just hits his foot with a mallet.
What was it?
Huh?
What was the metal?
Wrought iron. He's all smacking her ass. Oh God. Interestingly, they added, like, they blackened part of the teeth to make it look like it's sharpened.
Yeah?
Yeah, look at the teeth.
They look like piranha teeth.
Yeah, as if he didn't look menacing enough. The ears also freak me out.
There we go.
What a dick!
get her drunk and rowdy.
Yeah, right? Well, she's gonna knock him out before he knocks her up.
I would at least try the whiskey first. 2,000-year-old whiskey.
Just imagine, right? Oh, don't forget the tip. I always hate when people try to simulate running in movies.
Yeah.
Like, it looks so fake. Like... Wait a minute. They transported a tree stump from Ireland?
That's what I'm saying.
And you brought an entire cave with you?
I'm trying to figure out.
Jesus. This guy certainly has a one-track mind. Oh my god. Yikes. Shut the hell up already. God.
Wow.
Oh, that's freaky. Oh my god. All right, we're hitting the 40-minute mark now. So be sure to, if you're watching on, well, whatever platform you're watching, make sure to click the like button. But if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to vote in the totem poll. Oh my god. Like... That... I was too young. I was too young to understand what he just said. But that description is terrifying. Like, it's bad enough you're abducted by a magical creature who wants to, wed you? But now he's talking about bearing children and having to mutilate your face. It's...
Many alterations.
Yeah. Like, that... They always say show, don't tell. But that description in and of itself is terrifying. He has to mutilate her face so that...
And the rest of her body.
Yeah. So that the pups will suckle.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
They kept that aspect from the first one. Not in a, like a repetitive way, but an interesting what do you call it? Conflict for the villain.
Yeah.
It's strange that Chucky... I mean, look, I'm absolutely a fan of the Chucky series, but it's weird that a small horror icon like a Chucky is remembered, but not at the same... Leprechaun isn't at the same level as a Chucky. Oh, God. That part was also freaky. What an asshole. The way he runs away like that.
Where are you going to run to? I mean, if they're on Ireland, if they're in Ireland.
I'm assuming. I forgot about this part.
Or Or is she forced to follow him since she's a slave now with that?
She might be trapped in the. She might be trapped in the house. Like unable to.
Because she's bound to him with that thing on her neck.
Right. Interestingly enough, now that we've established what the motivation of the villain is, hold on. So now that we've established what the motive of the villain is, interestingly enough, in 1999, a book called Leprechaun Companion was published. It was dedicated to the Leprechaun mythology and folklore, and it just so happened to have many similarities to this movie's own rules on leprechauns. So, including, it had a story about a 1,000-year-old sinister leprechaun desperate for a bride who must sneeze 3 times without anyone saying God bless you. And chooses a woman named Bridget Rooney. So the final girl in the movie, obviously, is also called Bridget. So Leprechaun 2 was released in 94, and Leprechaun Companion was published 5 years later. So the movie couldn't have possibly been derived from the book. The book doesn't cite its sources, but apart from this one story, there's nothing to indicate that the author got his information by watching the movies. So apparently the movie's writer took the time and trouble to do some research into actual Irish folklore and incorporated it into this movie. And later, by a coincidence, the book used a similar source. Some dope. Oh, 90s slang. Must be telling the truth. Uh-huh. Well. What is he reading the movie script? This is all very specific. Uh-oh. Do you think he pissed his pants green?
And he did now.
A monster trading a 304 for a coin. A bookshelf stopped him, really?
Yeah.
You don't say. It's not a bad plot so far.
No.
I don't think I've ever gone bar hopping on Thanksgiving, wow. On St. Patrick's Day.
I don't think I have either.
Although I have heard that Hoboken is an absolute nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody asked me today, oh, do they paint, do they, what do you call it? Dye the ocean water green? I'm like, I think, considering that New York and Jersey share a harbor, I'm pretty sure it's already green.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh my god. I've seen some dingy bathrooms in my life.
That one's at least got a urinal.
One urinal.
I've been in troughs.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, man. Interestingly enough, Warwick Davis and this guy, Tony Cox, they both played Ewoks in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You didn't know that Warwick Davis was in Star Wars?
No.
Oh my god. That smile. Okay, dude, with the eyes. And where do you think you're going, little fella?
Ain't going there.
Ah, the wee folk. Harsh, 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 harsh. This part also freaked me out. That haircut looks like it belongs in a 90s sitcom.
Yeah. Morty's wrecked.
I've also never had green beers, which, like,
no.
I don't know what it is about that part of the planet, whether it's the British, whether it's the Irish, they eat and drink, like, I don't even know how to describe it, man.
What was that drink Loco for? That
for
was the
Loco?
only green drink I ever... Yeah. It's the only thing I ever drank green.
The Simpsons once made... The Simpsons once made a joke about that in one of their treehouses of horror. They had eel pie. You had Chief Wiggum taking a bite out of it. He goes, man, we Brits sure eat like crap. Corned beef hash. Like, there are certain combinations of words that make food sound so mouthwatering, like honey smoked bacon or beer battered chicken or buttermilk pancakes.
Yeah.
Corned beef hash. Yeah, I don't know. Or what kind of cabbage do they eat?
I don't know. Green cabbage.
Really?
I guess.
And haggis.
Yes. Oh, that's Scottish.
Huh?
Scottish.
What?
Haggis.
Is that?
Yeah.
So that one of us chant. For any of you that know your horror history, that's from the Todd Browning 1932 Freaks movie. He has one pupil that's more dilated than the other. I noticed that last year during the first movie. Oh, corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah.
What did I say? Corned beef hash?
Yeah,
I will say that their soda bread is really good, though.
Oh, dude. We gotta go to the Rockland Bakery.
The what?
The Rockland Bakery.
Yeah?
Their soda bread is, like, famous.
My teachers used to bring soda bread for St. Patrick's Day. That and butter tastes really good.
Very.
What? He's right. No, very lazy rhyme.
Ah!
Okay, you don't have to rhyme too. It's kind of a hymn thing. His right pupil is more dilated than the left. That's kind of weird. Well, if you want something done, do it yourself.
Great, you made a mess.
He's like, I'm gonna beat your ass for that bad joke. I like when it does things like that. Like instead of using its magic or its, ferocious teeth and claws, it'll like hit people.
Cheap shot.
Yeah, it'll hit people in the feet with mallets. Or break a bottle of rye over his head. No, what? Beef jerky? I do. I wish I knew ahead of time what the unfair Rotten Tomatoes score was. I would have tried to read up on some of the reviews about this movie. She's like, oh man, he has his own winery? I'm gonna be rich. A pipe.
Hammers.
Yes, it's pointy. I wonder what it is.
Why not just try and get the lock off?
Oh god, this scene. This scene I remember. And who's the barista? Wait till they get a... The guy from Mad TV. What an ass. Oh my god. This is just like the pogo stick death from the first one.
Yeah.
Wow. Death by cappuccino machine. He couldn't, like, bend down or something.
Yeah, trust me. It gets hot enough, you're ripping your hands off that.
Right?
Yeah. Little fucking way you're saying
Jesus! Oh wow. We got just under a half hour left of the movie. I didn't realize it was over so quickly.
9-minute wonder?
Yeah, about that much.
I like
it. All right, guys, we're almost at the hour mark. In 3, 2, 1. If you could remember, no matter which platform you're watching this on, be sure to hit the like button. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to vote in the totem poll. It's top comment in the chat.
Pow.
You stood in place that whole time. What? Oh, I thought I saw something. Why did you have the... It's not dark in there for you to have your flashlight on. It's very suspenseful music they have on for no reason at all.
Yeah, right.
Right? How did he get up there? Damn. Yeah, that'll stop him. What the hell sound was that? Wow, that's quality acting. I don't know if that performance was bad or just the line. The way this guy just shows up. Ow. Yeah, that'll do it. Yikes. He's gonna walk through the doggy door. God. That was pretty clever. Was Harry Houdini Irish?
Huh?
Was Harry Houdini Irish?
Not sure.
Let's take a look-see. Hungarian. Oopsie.
That's fucked.
I thought this was a pretty good plot twist, but also this, like, if I wasn't terrified enough by the Leprechaun's look and horrific acts, this part is probably the scariest part of the entire franchise. Oh boy. I don't think up until this point anyone had made a wish that, like, the leprechaun used against the person wishing it. Oh boy. He's gonna regret that.
Yeah.
Immediately.
They say genies come with this effect.
Yeah. The practical effects on this were also what really sold it.
Fuck.
Yikes.
Dude.
Like, I don't care how that might seem goofy, and his acting is also selling it, but this is, like, terrifying.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, I know that they say that there are some fates worse than death, but that one's pretty that was pretty messed up. That's a pretty rough way to go. Damn. Well. That's some really cheesy acting. I'ma pump you full of lead, punk. This part I thought was kind of funny. This part is so stupid. I want me gold. A shamrock crossed out, that's funny. I was gonna say, is he really gonna get run over without having fired a single shot? He runs like a girl.
Alright, so just together.
And there goes his head. Like, why the restraint in showing that? Why would you show him the coin? Remember, there is no spoon.
There is no spoon.
Odd point for the villain to disappear, but... he bites it. Come and get me, I'm right here. That would probably do better if you had an audience for that one.
Yeah.
Stupid. Hibbity hop, hibbity hop. Oh God. Who could
How does her voice get so deep?
That, plus who could possibly fall for what she's attempting? Eek. Oh, Lord. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to hear about that either. Did that have a boink sound to it? Favorite what? How did he find where... How did he drive all the way to Ireland?
No, they're at that Harry.
I know.
Oh, shit.
The flashlight. If the wrought iron doesn't get him...
Not from this.
Huh?
Not from this. Let's see.
Admittedly, they did go a little cheap on this stage, but
oh yeah,
I don't know how much the budget was for this movie.
That's what I'm saying. I'm betting it's not much.
Yeah, especially keeping in mind that this film came out immediately after what do you call it? The first one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're only a year apart.
Oh okay.
Ew, what the hell? What? Bright green bugs. I'm telling you, man, this guy just shows up with Really? Oops. Oh God. Lady, you have feet. It's a skeleton, Chief. Like it might be freaky upon initial impression, but it really is just bones. There you go. What the hell is she gonna do with that though, now that it's broken? You dummy. Meanwhile, he's just seated there. Take his head off, his jaw, something. There you go. But you still have a leprechaun to deal with, in case you forgot. Come on, put those ballerina shoes to work. What are you going to do with that? I wonder if the first film was this short. I didn't know. I forgot that it was.
I think it had to have been just as long.
Just $1.20.
Well, how long does it have?
This is about an hour 20.
How much do we have left?
Less than 10 minutes.
Oh wow.
Well, my boy, you're just going in circles now. Cody!
Yay.
Stupid. Ew. That was funny. Oh, that rascal just can't help himself.
Ooh.
Unlike most movie monsters, seeing more of the leprechaun just like heightens the fear factor. Oh God. Good swing. Admittedly, this like whole labyrinth thing where they keep running in circles is kind of interesting. I realize that the set isn't too elaborate. And separate. Nice. They kind of could have played this a little, like, for laughs, like, because they've done things like this in, like, cartoons where Bugs Bunny walks through one door and out another in a comedic way. You lie. No, shush, shush. God damn, she is pale. And who wants some bad acting? God. Were you not expecting that?
Nice effect.
He's like, no were you way. Just standing there this whole time, not saying anything? I thought he was gonna have him stab himself. Oh, that's exactly. Oh wait, no, he's just holding it. Okay. Really? Gross. I love the electricity sounds. He's gonna blow. How do you know that? Wow. Well, I forgot about that part. And they're on the set of Hocus Pocus. Gross. God, don't ask me that. Aw, his lady love down. Oh, well, that ended abruptly. Okay.
All right.
And now our watch has ended. So.
And with that, I gotta go.
Got here?
Gotta go, man.
All right. I will see you Sunday.
And congrats on the new merch.
Thank you. Yes. And let that serve as an announcement for all of y'all that
I didn't burst it, did I?
Huh? No. I actually have my second shirt, which I have been waiting to debut for quite some time. My personal shirt and jacket came in the mail, so be sure to check the link in the descriptions for my merch store. So, final thoughts on the movie we just watched. So, after finishing the original movie, the series creator Mark Jones, he hoped for a sequel. However, he only agreed to stay on as a producer because he was too busy writing Rumpelstiltskin from '95 while they were filming this movie. So, he had the hope that he could create another horror franchise with his own characters. He told the studio, hey, go run with it while making this movie. So usually I would balk at an attempt to capitalize on a project in the same vein of a genre. But if anybody knows me, they know that I am absolutely a sucker for dark fantasy. So I appreciate this movie as well as both of the films, that being Leprechaun 2 and Rumpelstiltskin. I know that this was a sincere effort by the director, not just a cash grab. And I say that, like, for instance, we've had films such as, to capitalize on the Twilight phenomenon, the Twilight fad, they came out with, like, just a teenage version of Red Riding Hood with werewolves. It was, I wasn't going to watch it, but that's what I mean of an attempt for a cash grab. So, as I said throughout the watch party, I've always, not always, but much more in my adult life, I do have an appreciation for the first and second Leprechaun films. Like, as I've said, the makeup, the portrayal by Warwick Davis, the story of the first one and the second one are, I give it credit for plot points. The first one, it was as far as the villain is concerned, it was a pretty solid revenge story of when he is held captive after his gold had been stolen. He was held captive by, I don't know, a farmer or something. And once he's awakened, he wreaks havoc. But one of the major plot points is that he goes to the asylum or the nursing home that his abductor had been kept in order to seek his revenge, and that allows for more how can I put it, a clever way for exposition to be told to the audience as well as the characters over how to stop the leprechaun. And in this movie, in the sequel, standout scenes include the forced labor description when husband and bride are in the leprechaun lair, and he's explaining to his unintended bride or unwilling bride about what he plans to do with her, and especially when she becomes a mother to his children. And the I guess the accurately labeled potbelly scene, that was pretty gruesome. But this plot was not as tight as the first one, but I still very much enjoy it, and it is a lean hour 20 film. So yeah, I mean, and look, not to sound like a broken record, but the portrayal of the villain, the practical effects, it really is a shame that this one isn't much more remembered, even if you want to drop it down a tier compared to a Chucky. I think it's a very memorable portrayal, and the look of it is very fearsome. So, just in the event that you want to watch other movies that are similar to this,
there's a formula to it. A very simple formula.
Make it a blockbuster, right?
Yes, indeed. Make it a shockbuster night. So, films that I would recommend to you that are similar to this one would be the original Leprechaun, the aforementioned Rumpelstiltskin, Tremors 2, Pumpkinhead, and also Bride of Chucky. So, if you want to keep the party going, I would highly recommend that. So, what is on the scene for The Mind's Eye? So, last week there was a movie that came out that's probably bombed by now called Imaginary. In fact, I know it bombed because it only made $10 million. So, the movie called Imaginary by Blumhouse that I would recommend, but me and Traumadom did not necessarily a watch party because it came out in theaters, but we did a precaution and aftershock. So our preview of what our initial thoughts and predictions for the movie were, and then afterwards we went over what we thought of the film. And I think, by all means, catch my both the precaution and the aftershock of the movie Imaginary. But I think you'd be surprised over what my reaction was to the film, considering what my feelings are towards Blumhouse. So with that being said, let's get to what is on the horizon for The Mind's Eye. So, I will be returning, when is it? This Wednesday, I believe, to Mind Games, which is my Let's Plays of survival horror. So that will be this Wednesday, because that's when Alone in the Dark comes out, the remake of that. So usually I do the Scream stream on Tuesdays, but, you know, considering that Alone in the Dark is coming out on Wednesday, I hope you'll join me for that. Start time will be 8:30. About a 3-4 hour playthrough. Oh God, I'm considering doing a Mind's Eye Inquisition to talk about the recent IGN RE5 controversy, because IGN just could not help themselves, and they want a virtue signal about, oh my God, the new if Resident Evil 5 shouldn't be remade, it should be rewritten. I have thoughts on that, which I will be most likely sharing this upcoming week. I do want to do a coroner's report to elaborate on the certain Halloween releases. Crazy as it might sound, there have been movies announced for the next 3 Halloween seasons, and I want to give my thoughts on those. They're not good because the movies aren't good. So I will be getting to that. I have to check my schedule and check with Traumadom over when our next Mind's Eye Theater will be, but I do hope that you will join us for that. So all of that having been said, mark your calendars and say your prayers. I've been Inkarnate, offering a word of caution. Fear the worst, so long you recognize who's best. If you're resigned to your fate, time to subscribe to your fears.